Hey everyone, welcome to All Yours. My name is Hubert Zoe, and if you don't already know me, I'm a certified life coach, student, brother, son, and friend among other things. Have you ever heard of the box? Well, there are a lot of boxes in this world, but the one I'm talking about is special. The one that I'm talking about is the one that you're in. Now you might be awkwardly looking around and thinking, whoa Hubert, hold up, I'm not in a box. And you're right. Chances are you aren't physically in a box right now, and if you are, that's great. I hope it's comfy, and I won't ask why. But whether or not you're physically in a box right now, you are in a mental theoretical box. One that consists of your friends, your family, your workplace, school, and everything you've surrounded yourself with. And this box has a label that you've placed on it based on your surroundings and your achievements. Every box is different, and every box is up to you to label and fill. You see, people are just like air. When we're placed in larger areas, we expand to fill it. Give us another box with a different label, and even if the air might feel a bit musty and impure, we're going to fill it eventually. But at the same time, let us choose our labels, what we want to be, and get ourselves a larger box, and we're going to go far beyond what we might have imagined. I know, this might be a little confusing, intriguing, all of the above. So let me give you an example from my life. In elementary school, I was the nerd, which I loved, by the way. I aced every test, got into good programs, and just felt really comfortable with my academic ability. All of that changed when I entered middle school. I began to struggle in academics. I had just been placed in a math class that seemed just a little too hard and was a little too uninterested in English comprehension and was making a little too many mistakes with my science measurements. Okay, well, these are understatements. I was pulled out of class multiple times for math, where my teachers told me that if I wanted to stay in class, I needed to try harder and stop failing. Eventually, I really began to believe it. My box shrunk, and you could imagine the label I put on it. Bad at math, English, and science, among other things that I began to look down on myself for too. And honestly, I blame my teachers, I blame the subject, I blame myself, and I justified it all by saying that these subjects just weren't my thing. By the time I got to high school, I labeled myself a failure cramped in a box I knew I didn't feel comfortable in. And that's when I got lucky and everything changed. I began surrounding myself with people who had grades at the top of their list and normalized studying hard for tests so that eventually it became the new normal for me too. And as high school progressed, my box expanded with it. I began changing the labels until I was filling the box with the labels that I always imagined myself becoming in daydreams. Smart, well-known, smiley, and an amazing friend. Never would I have imagined that this would be the box that I would end up filling by the end of high school. And even now, I can continue to see the world in a bigger and brighter way. Even now, I'm constantly growing and filling the boxes that I choose. And you can too. Sometimes your dreams may seem far away, but as you find larger boxes and fill them, eventually you can achieve things that you never believed possible. It may not be a smooth ride, but if you look inward and ask yourself, who do I want to be? You're going to find the box and self-fulfillment that I did too. The bigger the box, the greater the opportunities. And maybe the box you're in right now is the one that you feel the most satisfied with. But if it isn't, I challenge you to keep challenging yourself, keep pushing yourself outward, and ultimately fill that box. You can do it. Your journey is all yours. I hope that you enjoyed that video and that it helped you in some way. Feel free to like, sub, and share with any of your friends or family who you think that might need to hear this. Do something that makes you smile, and until next time.